right, guys, I'm back. I'm back with another reaction video. If you're new here, I like to talk about all things web development, tips, tricks, tutorials, all the good stuff that you see in YouTube videos. I also do reaction videos, and I was originally going to try to space out some of these reaction videos because I just did it. I've already done like 2 or 3, I don't know. And I just did one today, actually. And but then something came up that I wanted to react to, and I wanted to do it now because it's kind of like it will lose its relevance soon. I think it's kind of a hot thing right now. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna react to a video, even though I just reacted to a video today. There's no laws that says I can't do 2 videos in one day. Plus, I'm not gonna publish it till tomorrow anyway, so it's all good. It's all gravy. The video, so the backstory, I saw a post about a post on Twitter, and the post was WP Product Talk did a reaction video basically to the video that I'm about to react to. And I thought about reacting to their reaction about this video, but that was too much. I'm not there yet. I'm not ready to start doing reaction videos to reaction videos. So I'm going to react to the same video that they reacted to, and based on what they said in their post, I think I'm going to have a different opinion about this video than they did, which is one of the reasons why I want to do this. It'd be kind of, if I was just going to say all the same stuff that they said, I probably wouldn't do this, but I think that I disagree with their take on it. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't seen the video yet, so we'll see. But I think based on what they said, I think I'm going to disagree with them. And so here I am doing a video. Let's go ahead and I'll show you the channel that we're talking about here. So it's a guy named Darrel Wilson.
Did you know that WordPress...
Shut up, Darrel. It's not your turn yet. Darrel's got 500, almost 600 videos. He's got 500,000 subscribers. So he's been doing this for a while. And it seems like it's mostly, it's web development stuff. I see a lot of WordPress stuff. We see Shopify stuff. We see some vibe coding stuff. So he's done, it looks like he covers a fairly wide range of web development topics. Yeah, digital marketing, WordPress tutorials, making money online. So he put that in his banner. So I'm guessing that he, I see a couple Shopify things in here, but it looks like he probably focuses fairly heavily on WordPress because he didn't put Shopify in his banner, but he did call out WordPress. So, yeah. So the video in question is right here. It's fairly new, 2 days ago. The title, as you can see, is WordPress plugins are becoming a waste of time thanks to AI. Now he said a couple things. Let's see if I can find. Here's WP Products post that I am talking about. They quoted him as saying that AI is replacing WordPress plugins and that premium pricing is greed. They say both those claims are wrong. I think I agree with them on this part. I don't think premium pricing is greed, but we'll see what he says. I'm assuming these are direct quotes. I know Matt and Katie, I doubt that they would misquote this person. So these are likely direct quotes from this video that we're about to watch. And so they clearly disagree with both of these statements. I think I agree with this statement, and I think I disagree with this statement. And I've had a bunch of discussion with a bunch of people about this all day today. And so who knows, maybe I'll have to go back and apologize to all of them after I watch this video. Maybe I'll be like, you guys are right, this guy's nuts. But we'll see. Here we go. Which tab? I have too many tabs open. That's not the right tab. Here we go. All right, so let's go ahead and start this video.
For the last 20 years...
And ready, set, go.
For the last 20 years, WordPress plugins have always been the go-to solution for your website. You need a booking system? The Immediately plugin is ready to go. You want a contact form? Sure, install WP Forms. But with AI tools becoming smarter and more flexible, I now feel comfortable saying that we don't really need specific plugin categories anymore, or their ridiculous pricing plans.
All right.
Now today,
Sorry,
for the last 20 years, WordPress plugins have always been the go-to solution for your website. You need a booking system? The Immediately plugin is ready to go. You want a contact form? Sure, install WP Forms. But with AI tools becoming smarter and more flexible, I now feel comfortable saying that we don't really need specific plugin categories anymore, or their ridiculous pricing plans. Now today's video is going to be...
Okay. I can see why everybody hates this video. It might be a little bit of rage baiting on his part. I don't know. This is the first video of his I've seen, and I haven't even seen it yet. But yeah, that statement annoyed me. That bothered me. I think I'm starting to see, I'm having a discussion with somebody on Twitter named Leslie Pizza. And I think just hearing him say that one thing, I feel like that opened my mind to the point that she was trying to make. I think it's a she. I know Leslie can be a boy's name too. Okay, her profile says she. So I kind of feel like he may have just opened my mind to the point that she's been trying to make with me. It sounds like, I think what he's saying, and I've seen 19 seconds. I think what he's saying is going to be true in 5 to 10 years. I think that what he's about to say isn't true yet, and I think that's kind of the point Leslie was trying to make. So let's see what he says.
A little controversial, and I like controversial videos because I like spicing things up sometimes. In 2025, okay, AI tools can now build the same features as a plugin, such as a booking system, contact form, and a few others. No bloat.
Maybe with some work. I don't know. You can a booking form, a booking plugin. That's fairly complicated. A form plugin is actually, you can, and I've built several forms with AI. I could almost see his point there. Like you could do a lot of things with AI form related. These things are just, the way he talks makes it sound like you can just open up ChatGPT and say, make me a booking plugin. And then like, it just, well, here's a booking plugin. I've built a lot of plugins with AI, and it's a pain in the ass when you are like me and you're not a full-blown developer. It does take work. It's not good enough yet that a complete developer noob could make a booking plugin with AI or any plugin. You have to know something. You really do. Now, I believe that it won't always be like that. But right now, you can't just, oh, I need a booking plugin, blah, blah, and you have a booking plugin. And that seems like just the way he's talking, it makes it seem like that's where he thinks AI is at right now.
No subscriptions, and no updates breaking your websites. And have you really seen how these WordPress companies price their plugins? More on that later.
No updates breaking your website, just the crappy plugin you just coded.
There was no reason to pay $1,000 a year for a calendar plugin, and there's no reason to pay $800 a year for a booking form.
$1,000 a year. $1,000 a year for a calendar plugin. Let's check out the most popular by far calendar plugin for WordPress. Let's look at their bundle. What's their biggest bundle? The complete collection. Okay, their complete collection, every single thing they offer is only $700 per year, which sounds kind of high, but when you think about how many plugins they have, if you just want the Events Calendar Pro, that's $150 a year. Like $1,000 a year, maybe for every single thing they have and every add-on, you might approach that number, but that seemed a little, I don't know, disingenuous to make that claim.
Now, in case you didn't know, you can take AI projects that you've created with Lovable, Bolt, or Cursor and embed them directly on your WordPress websites.
What? Like an iframe? Are you seriously suggesting that I build things in Lovable and then embed them on my website with an iframe?
This is how you can connect your WordPress website with AI and start replacing plugins. So today I'll be breaking down which plugin categories are quickly becoming irrelevant in 2025. Moreover,
This is going to be fun because Matt, who's half of WP Product Talk, works for a company that is probably going to have a plugin in every one of these categories this guy's about to mention.
I'll explain why you should switch to AI, why WordPress plugin pricing has become pure greed, and then call out plugin categories that are basically getting replaced right now. And the first category we have is booking plugins. Booking form plugins like Amelia and Bookly have always been the go-to for years. For example, the Amelia plugin
No love for simply schedule appointments? Come on, man.
is a powerful booking plugin and appointment scheduling plugin designed for businesses like salons, spas, gyms, or clinics. You can buy a license for this product for about $400 a year. That's if you want the real pro version. The other plans, well, they're just kind of upselling you.
So he keeps talking like $400 a year. That's for unlimited sites, dude. Like, who are you talking to right now? Like, I'm kind of confused. I don't know. Is an agency going to build their own booking plugin with AI to use on all their client sites? I'm thinking more like, I think there's a lot more people who are going to build their own website and might spin something up with AI instead of buying a premium plugin. I don't know how many agencies want to deal with, and if you are an agency, you probably already have an actual developer on staff and don't need to use AI. So then it's like, how much time are you really saving having, I don't know. This is all very interesting. I'm trying to think about this from different lenses, a freelancer, an agency, just a random person who's kind of tech savvy, building their own website for their own business. Yeah, I'm just going to watch more before I try to jump to all sorts of conclusions.
Most WordPress developers these days purposely create bad or watered down versions of their plugins with limited features of their plugins in order to make customers pay more.
Okay, dude, this guy was show us on the doll where the premium plugin touched you, bro. Like, this guy has been burned at some point by some premium plugin. That was just a really weird way to frame that. Oh, they like to just build a bad version of it. No, it's called a freemium model. It's very popular.
And upsell you to the most expensive plan. And Amelia is not the only one, okay? I don't want this video to be some anti-Amelia video. They're actually a great company. They have a solid product. They're just doing what everyone else is doing in the industry, so I totally get it. But in the end of the day, they can price their products however they want. It's their business and more power to them. And I wouldn't want some punk on YouTube telling me how to price my products. But instead of going through these deceptive ecosystems, we can now bypass it with AI. With Lovable, you can create a booking form tailored to your websites. You can create unlimited staff, unlimited services, and unlimited integrations. Plus, you're not paying per location, per website, or per year. You build it once and it's yours forever. You can create a complex booking form with a variety of styles and design the form any which way you describe. And there's no limitations on.
Yeah, but then if you're an agency, you have to build it. It's not going to be the same for every client. So you have to build a whole new one every time you get a client who needs a booking website. You can't just, if you're doing what he was talking about earlier, building it with Lovable and then doing this weird iframe thing, you can't just build one booking app in Lovable and then take that and add it to every one of your clients' websites. You're going to have to build a separate booking app for every single client.
How creative you can get or how many features you want to add to your booking form. And the best part is you're not stuck or limited behind what the developer thinks are the best updates. You can create your own. With AI, you can create your own integrations and features. You need a Slack integration? Just ask the AI. Log in with Slack and it's done in 5 seconds. What about a Google Calendar integration? Done in 5 seconds. You can literally...
Calm down. I've done a little bit of this. It is nice. I built an app that connected to Google Drive. I built an app that connected to Stripe and collected payments. I built an app that connected to Firecrawl to crawl websites. And Lovable did a very good job of connecting to these services, but 5 seconds, calm down, dude. It's not quite that good.
Build a booking form exactly how you want with unlimited fields, unlimited integrations, and you can hook it into anything: Stripe, PayPal, Google Sheets, Zapier, or even automate it with NAN. So here's a current booking form that I created with Lovable. And let's say you just got a course. You'll click on the course. Next step, select the date and time. Pretty cool. And then put in your information. All right, here we go. Annoys.com. Throwing something in here. Go to book now. And we're done. And then right here, I can save this to Google Calendar.
And then that booking is saved to your Supabase database or whatever Lovable's connecting to, and it's separate from your website's database. That's fun. I like to have my data all over the place.
And on top of that, we have a dashboard here where users can see all the analytics of what's going on in your form. Pretty cool. Now on top
Be cool if that was in my website instead of on a separate website.
of that, you can create something a little bit more creative, like something like this, where it has this kind of like retro, like Tokyo look to it. And then if you're like a complete nerd, you can create some sort of medieval time quest, booking form or whatever. And you can just like, whatever you can think of, you can make it. And voila, we now have our booking form integrated on our websites. And no one's really going to know that you're using Lovable, right? Because they can just go ahead.
Integrated. It's an iframe, bro. I'm assuming. He hasn't even said. Did he show? I don't think he showed how he's doing it. I'm assuming it's an iframe.
Ahead and book things directly on the websites, just like they would from, Lovable. And doing it this way, you're going to save a lot of money, right? And again, the sky is the limit, so you can be as creative as you want with your booking forms. What's also really cool is you can go to the styling options here and you can like adjust it and style it to fit your website needs. You can also lock the scroll. So when users scroll down, it'll just scroll normally like the website. So it won't scroll on the actual app. It'll scroll on the website, making it feel more natural. And then for the advanced section, you can actually, reduce the size of the app, or you can, put it in different directions to manipulate the form how you want it to look. So
Okay, so it is an iframe.
if you're stuck in a subscription plan, you're kind of tired of it and you want to get out of it, go learn how to use Lovable AI and you can create some really beautiful booking forms with Lovable. And the next plugin category that's going to be depreciated is
Maybe like if you're just one person, yeah, maybe go create a booking form with Lovable. But again, there's going to be issues with that. Your data is not saved in the same place. It's just weird. I did not know he was going to go this route of using Lovable and an iframe. I thought he was going to talk about creating actual WordPress plugins with AI. Weird. And that gives me a lot of things to think about, because all these conversations I've been having on Twitter with these people has been revolved around creating WordPress plugins, and people are bringing up points like, well, what about security? What about maintaining these plugins? This guy's solution, while I don't like it, solves that problem. If you're creating it with Lovable and putting it on your website with an iframe, you're not worrying about security issues on your website. So at least there's that. I guess that's a pro to this weird Lovable iframe solution, is you don't have a WordPress plugin that you have to maintain. Interesting.
Ooh, contact forms. Contact forms have the same trap. WP Forms starts with a basic plan of $99, which gives you, well, basically nothing but a simple contact form. If you want conditional logic, you'll have to get the Pro plan, which renews at $400. You want payment forms? Same deal. And if you're running multiple websites, you'll need to pay the Elite license that renews at $600 a year. It's the classic upsell model. You think you're saving money by buying lower tier, but the moment you want real functionality, you're funneled into this premium options funnel. And check this out.
That's why you just read the words on the page and find out what plan you need. You don't just close your eyes and buy the cheapest plan they have and just hope it works out. And then you're frustrated later when you have to upgrade. Like, you read the words on the page. Oh, I need conditional logic. I need to buy this plan.
If you want to add webhooks to a contact form, you'll need to pay $600 a year. With AI, you can do that for free. And to give you some examples of some contact forms that I've made, so here I have this contact form, and when people fill it out, you'll see on the right side we have this form progress, and I instructed it to do that. Also, as we keep filling it out, you'll see that the form progress keeps going, which is really, really cool. Also, we have this video that I added here on the top right, and when actually people scroll down, it actually follows the actual contact form. So you can have like a spokesperson here, like talking to someone to, encourage them to fill out the contact form. And then below that, we have budget, we have timeline, we have messages, file uploads, a schedule a call, and then also a FAQ section. So I thought this form actually looked really cool. Now, another one that I created was something like this, where if a user wants to buy something on your contact form, you can integrate payment gateways where, they can pick a plan right here, fill out some information, and then go through a checkout process. And the last one that I made was this one over here, where if the user fills this out, we also have this form progress where the form lets people know they're finishing. And I've actually embedded this directly on my WordPress website over here. So this is my WordPress website, and you would never know this is a contact form from Lovable because it integrates perfectly with the website. So scrolling down, you'll see we can just go ahead and fill this out, hit send message. And the thing is also is that this scrolls directly with the website. So your customers will have no idea this is a Lovable form. I don't see a valid reason to buy a contact form in 2025. For the amount of features that they give you in the contact form for $600 a year, it's just simply not worth it anymore. For the same,
I can see his point for like a single person. It feels like too much of a hassle for an agency to do that for because especially contact form, every single website you build is going to have a contact form. So you're going to go to Lovable and vibe code a contact form for every single website you build for every single one of your clients. $600 a year sounds like nothing if it means having the ease of installing a form plugin. And yeah, but I can kind of see how I could save myself a couple $100 a year by using this method instead of buying the plugin. I still just don't. Personally, I would just build a WordPress plugin that had a contact form on it that did everything I want because I know enough that I can do that. The person who doesn't, they're just poking around. They're not very tech savvy at all. Is that person even using WordPress, honestly? I don't know.
same price of a contact form, you can literally get hosting for an entire year at Cloudways or Kinsta compared to just adding a small checkbox on your contact form. And to the contact form companies out there watching this, no hard feelings, but now that we got AI, we can make these forms really easily and look better. So yeah, there's that. Next up, SMTP plugins.
This guy's so
SMTP
salty.
plugins have slowly been fading away, not all due to AI, but hosting companies. Most hosting companies like Hostinger now offer their own SMTP options for free for clients. However, SMTP plugins still create those weird pricing options. Take WP Mail SMTP, for example. Now, before we begin, I do like this plugin, so I don't mean to bash on them. I'm just saying that we don't really need them anymore. For advanced features like email logging, managing multiple connections, and detailed reports.
No offense, you're just completely obsolete. I use this plugin, but I've never used the premium version. I've never needed to. The free version connects my website to my SMTP service, so I don't even know what the premium version of this plugin offers. Never looked into it.
These are all locked behind the Pro plan, and this starts at a renewal price of $99 a year. And
managing multiple connections for a single website? I've never had to do that. What else? What was that other one? Detailed reports. Okay. Email logging. I did know that because there's been a few times I've wanted to log and it's behind a pro service. So I just use another plugin that logs emails for free.
Behind the Pro plan. And this starts at a renewal price of $99 a year. And again, if you're running more than one site, you'll need to get their agency plan, which renews at $450 a year. But with AI, we can skip all of that. You can build direct integrations with services like Amazon SES, SendGrid, or OmniSend. Just give the AI your API key and you're good to go. So here's how AI works with SMTP. N8N acts like a bridge between your WordPress website and your email provider. Your form submission sends data via webhook, N8N receives it.
Again, maybe for myself, but as an agency, this is another thing that we're going to be doing on every single website. I don't want to go through all this.
And then it triggers an email node. What that means is it'll send your information to SendGrid, OmniSend, Postmark, or Gmail. And lastly, you can add automation logic. This means you can send a user a confirmation email, then it'll notify your team on Slack, and lastly, it could add this to Google Sheets or Airtable. So yeah, if you're paying money for an SMTP plugin in 2025, you're just kind of wasting your money. And the next category to go is calendar plugins. WordPress calendar plugins like the Events Calendar and the Modern Events Calendar plugin have been popular.
This one's gonna make Matt mad. I used to work for this company, so it's already kind of making me mad.
For years. The free versions are stripped down to the point of being pretty much useless. And the moment you need real functionality like recurring events or ticket sales, you're forced into this.
I kind of agree with that, but also it's free, bro. Like, what do you want from these companies for free? Would you prefer they just don't have a free version and your only option is to pay the premium? That feels like you would complain about that, how greedy they are, and oh, these other plugins have free versions. Why don't this company? Like, this dude's just mad, and he can't not be mad. Weird.
Expensive add-on and pro plan market. Check this out. The Modern Events Calendar plugin for unlimited websites costs $1,000 a year. Let me say that again, $1,000 a year for a plugin. Plus, they're gonna throw you into their add-on market to get even more money out of you. I personally hate all these plugins that do this add-on market, because when you buy the pro version of a plugin, what are you really buying if you have to buy add-ons for the plugin? Doesn't make much sense. I like what Astra did with Late Points. They recently acquired this company and decided not to sell the add-ons, and they included it in their main pro plan. This makes sense. So plugins that offer this whole add-on market, they should really be included inside the pro plan. I know that Bookly does this and also a few others, and I've just never really liked it. AI tools will change this completely. With Lovable, you can generate custom calendars that look exactly the way you want, whether it's a month, week, or list view. You can add recurring events, integrate with Google Calendar or iCal, and even include RSVP or payments with PayPal and Stripe. Instead of being locked into a developer's design and pricing tiers, you can create your own. So next I went ahead and I created a calendar event plugin. And on this calendar right here, you'll see that we can click on specific events. Now this is coming from an admin point of view, so I can create specific events here and then customers can go ahead and buy tickets for those events. So I'll put in the title, the description, the category here. We have the start date and time, location, and then I can let the AI know this is a paid event and users can go ahead and pay me money for this specific event. Now, once the customers actually click on this right here, I created this pop-up where they can actually get some information about the events. We could also probably add like an image here, so maybe I should probably add that in. We also have event details, and then right here, they can buy the ticket and they can pay directly with Stripe or PayPal. Also, as an admin, I can actually have my own dashboard right here. This shows the events, my registrations, how much I've spent, and this syncs up directly with the actual calendar. So this is for the admin's point of view. And for customers, you can create a little customer portal right here where it'll let them know.
Cool. So this website that we're building that has a contact form and SMTP plugin and a booking feature and an event. We now have 4 different admin dashboards that we have to go look at to get any information. We have to save all those to our bookmarks, I guess.
About what they're signed up for, and they can also click on browse events and then go directly back to the calendar. And then over here we have settings where users can enter their personal info, notifications, billing, and payments. So they can go ahead and adjust their billing methods right here. And then we have privacy and security, app preferences, and time zone and whatever else. So you can do all of this without having to do anything or intervening for your customers. So I just thought this was really cool. I just like the idea that you as a customer now are given the power to create any sort of platform you want with AI instead of
why even use WordPress at this point? Just build the whole website in Lovable, dude.
Relying on third-party developers from WordPress to create, plugins that might not have what you want. And the last category I think will go away soon is table plugins. Table plugins like TablePress and WP data tables have always been the go-to solution. This lets WordPress users display pricing charts, comparison tables, and product data. But these plugins come with major downsides. The free versions are limited. Advanced features like filtering, conditional formatting, or database connections are locked behind premium plans that cost $200 a year to $800. That's right, $800 for a table plugin. I am not kidding. Plus, the designs often look dated, not unless you spend hours of custom CSS tweaking it. AI tools are quickly making these plugins obsolete. With Lovable, you can generate responsive, modern tables style to your website's culture or branding. You can also create reports.
What just happened? Did he really just complain about the design of the other plugins and then show us this garbage?
Well, you can generate responsive, modern tables.
Bro, are you serious right now? I just love how all these buttons are touching and this black text on this button and this gradient on every single button is just amazing. Love it.
Style to your website's culture.
Oh, this doesn't make me think of baby poop at all. No, this website is just so beautiful. Killing it.
Or branding. You can also create reports and analytics for your customers with just a few clicks. So this is a table that I created with Lovable, and here users can go ahead and they can filter through specific categories and prices as well. They can also add rows. They can also add columns as well. Right here, they can go ahead and put something in. If we scroll down, you'll see that we have more.
This looks good, but it doesn't look any better than any of the other plugins he was talking about.
Tables here, and you can create as many tables as you would like to showcase this to your customers. You can also sync this up with N8N and pull information automatically from various websites using an API. Also, if you want to get really crazy, here at the top right, I added this little design bar where users can actually make something really crazy if they want a specific style. I mean, you don't have to, but I'm just saying there is no limitations on what you want to add to your, to your table. Here I put in a light and a dark mode, which I thought was really cool. Users can also download this as a PDF and also download this as an Excel spreadsheet. Now looking at TablePress over here, it virtually looks pretty much the same. You can make the same type of table. Here the users can download this as a PDF, Excel, but look at this, SCV. We don't have this. Let's add it in. So I went
Did you just say SCV?
ahead and I asked Lovable to add in a downloadable CSV file for my customers. So now they're going to add this feature onto my table. In a matter of about a minute, we now have this SCV file where we can now download this for our customers. No need to wait for updates, no need to wait for feature requests. We can now make our own. I spent about a day contemplating if I should make this video, but I've been using Lovable for some time, and then seeing how these companies price their plugins, I just thought it was the right thing to do. I think it's time people actually fight back against this corporate greed. There's no reason to pay $600 a year for a contact.
Corporate greed. How dare they want to make money for this product they're offering people that people are buying because they want it and they need it.
Form. There is no reason why to pay $800 a year for a table plugin. There is no reason to pay $1,000 a year for a calendar plugin, and there's no reason to pay $800 a year.
Especially since the calendar plugin doesn't cost that much.
For a booking form. I say this because a lot of these large WordPress companies work as a network or clique and only agree to promote each other's products that are the most expensive. This is how the WordPress industry works, and it kind of sucks. There's a ton of plugins that are probably a lot cheaper, but you're going to find them on either page 500 in their WordPress repo or on page 9 in the Google search. In fact, if you combine the price of these 4 plugins, that's going to be $3,200 a year for just very basic functions on your websites. And when you compare that to AI, you can probably spend maybe like
basic functions. The basic functions you can get from the free versions of all these plugins, but you don't like the free versions of the plugins because they don't have everything in them for free.
$200 on Lovable to generate these and not have to worry about subscriptions or payment plans or updates breaking your website. And for the developers watching this video and scratching their head thinking, well, Darrel, what would you charge for a plugin then? Well, I think no plugin should cost more than $50 a year. Take a look at Elegant Themes. This company
This mindset is why people who work in WordPress don't make that much money. If you look at a WordPress developer versus any other software engineer, if you look at a product owner, product manager in WordPress versus product owner, product manager anywhere else, if you look at marketing directors in WordPress versus marketing directors anywhere else, they don't pay nearly as well in WordPress. And it's because of this mindset. People see $50 a year as expensive.
sells a theme with a visual page builder. With their pricing plans, you can get all their plugins, including the Bloom plugin, the Monarch plugin, and the Divi Builder, and the WordPress theme for just $89 a year. There's no reason why these plugins with minimal functionality should be charging these outrageous prices when their development is minimal at best. If Elegant Themes can do it,
okay, I'm not even gonna touch that one. It just frustrated me.
these other guys can do it. I've always said this in all my videos, Elegant Themes is by far the most ethical WordPress company in the industry. They price their products really fair, and the reason why I haven't made any videos on Divi is because they are currently transitioning to a 5.0 version, which is
Because Divi's garbage.
a complete overhaul from their other 4-point version. So essentially the Divi you're using right now is gonna look very different in just a few months. And when that update comes out, I'll definitely make a video on it. But let's be real, the pricing I showed you today was crazy. Now, I know I showed you the most expensive plan in these examples, but they purposely create watered down versions of their product in order to push customers to buy these outrageously overpriced plugins, and I'm just really against it. And to the devs watching this,
What's the alternative? The alternative is either no free plan, no tiers, just one option, every single feature that exists for the highest price, which will piss a lot of people off because they don't need all those features, or you just give away all the features for, like, I don't understand. This guy needs to stop talking about business. If he wants to make little WordPress videos, go for it. But every time he talks about business in this video, it pisses me off.
there's no hard feelings. We're in the era of AI, so using AI to create workarounds for, plugins, it's just the natural thing to do. And I know the dev argument is going to be something like, well, Darrel, we work really hard to make this plugin, and we can charge whatever we want. And if you use our plugin, it can make your website a lot of money. And that's fine. I'll acknowledge that argument, which makes sense. But until they become reasonable and offer reasonable prices, I just simply will not recommend them no more. And I think me offering a cheaper alternative to my audience is just the right thing to do. So I'm gonna go that route. And I think people here watching this should do the same thing and start using AI. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about AI tools and everything that we talked about in the comments below. My name is Darrel Wilson, and I will see all of you party people later.
Okay. That was a lot to take in, man. I think I have some apologizing to do. Everybody that I talked to on Twitter that hated this video, I need them to know that I also hate this video. This was not what I was expecting also. So, and I think some of the people I've been talking to on Twitter, I don't think they've seen this video yet either. Because, like I said before, most of my conversations that were about this video were revolving around using AI to create WordPress plugins. That's not at all what this guy was talking about. He's talking about creating stuff in Lovable and using that on your website via an iframe, which is completely different. So I think basically, to catch you up on some of these conversations, I have been arguing that this guy is right, because I didn't know what he was saying, that AI is replacing plugins. And the reason I've been saying that is because I've literally been actually seeing that happen. I myself have done it. My example is the events calendar. He talked about that plugin. So they have a free version and they have a pro version. The free version has no options for just dropping a grid of events somewhere. With the free version, you get a calendar page, and then I think if you have a widget area, they have one widget you can drop in a widget area, and it will display 5 recent posts or something. If you want more control over that, if you want to be able to drop a shortcode or a block on a page that displays events in list view or grid view, you need the pro version for that. Well, I have managed to very easily create my own grids of events using AI. So I use the free version of the events calendar and then a snippet of code that I get from AI that will create a grid of events, and I can create it exactly how I want, display exactly what information I want, and all that stuff. So that's just one example. And AI has only existed for 3 years. And I don't have to buy the pro version of the events calendar anymore to display events the way that I want. Now, there might be other things that Events Calendar Pro does that I might not be able to successfully recreate using AI. So I can't say that I will have completely replaced the Events Calendar Pro with AI. There's all sorts of things that plugin does that I may not be able to, or may not want to bother with trying to create on my own. So, but again, it's only been 3 years, and really, AI has only been like good-ish at code for like a year. So the point that I've been making on Twitter with these people that I've been talking to is that no, AI is not replacing every WordPress plugin on our website right now, but what is it going to look like 5 years from now? What is it going to look like 10 years from now? That's really not that far. I was talking about Katie and Matt, who run the WP Product Talk podcast. They're young. 10 years from now, they're still going to be working. And I think that their job is going to be completely different than it is today. I don't think if your whole job revolves around selling some premium plugins for WordPress, I think 10 years from now, I don't know, it's going to be different. It's not going to be the way it is today. There's just no way. Think about how far AI has come in 3 years, and imagine how far along it will be 10 more years from now. We already have Telex. WordPress just announced that at WordCamp US in Portland this last year. Telex is basically Lovable for WordPress. You go there and you say, I need a block that does this, and it makes it for you. You download it, you go install it on your website. It's not great yet, but it just launched and people are already using it to do some pretty cool stuff. What's Telex going to be like 10 years from now? Hey, I need a plugin I need a booking form, just like he did in Lovable. We can do that in Telex right now. And it's only going to get better. So that's kind of been my point, because I thought that this guy was talking about building WordPress plugins with AI. And then I watched this video and I see that he's talking about using Lovable. And now it's got me thinking all sorts of things. It's got me wondering what kind of things I might do to my own websites. It's kind of making fun of the iframe method, but honestly, it would work. You could build something in Lovable, drop it on your website with an iframe, and it will work. It'll be annoying because whatever happens in that Lovable app will be in the Lovable app. So you'll have like a WordPress website and a Lovable app, and that'll be annoying, but it would work. It's something to think about, something to consider for sure. So yeah, I don't see, and maybe that's what happens. Maybe companies like Stellar, which is where Matt works, and Barn2 Plugins, Katie's company, maybe companies like that are just going to have to hyper focus on enterprise stuff. So you're an agency, you build 200 websites a year. You don't want to be vibe coding all these different things for every single one of your clients' websites. So I don't think his workflow is going to be great for a medium to large size agency. I can see his workflow possibly working for smaller freelancers, maybe, who only build a few websites and they're just frugal and they don't want to spend the money, or just random people who are building a website for themselves. They have a business, they build a website, they need a contact form, they don't want to pay whatever Gravity Forms, WS Forms costs, so they vibe code it. I can maybe see that happening, and I don't know what percentage of these companies' revenue is coming from the DIYers versus agencies, but that's probably something that they will need to be thinking about. Is 10 years from now, how much revenue are they going to get from DIYers? Probably not a lot, because they're all going to be vibe coding everything. They may only be getting revenue from agencies at that point who value the convenience of the plugin, and they don't care about spending $1,000 a year. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's all my thoughts. I think I have to go apologize to some people. I still stand by the things I said. It's just I had no idea what this guy was talking about. I thought he was talking about one thing, and so that's what I was focusing on in all these conversations, and it turns out that's not even what he was talking about. So this will probably spark a whole new set of conversations I get to have on Twitter tomorrow. That'll be fun. Anyways, all right, that's it. Again, this guy's name is Darrel Wilson.
Did you know that WordPress powers 44%?
You can find him at youtube.com at Darrel Wilson. He's not really active on Twitter. I looked, but I don't think his website works either. Oh, it does. I don't know why. I thought it didn't work earlier. But there you go. He's got a website. He's got a YouTube channel. Go check him out. He's got other stuff about WordPress, Shopify, all sorts of things. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you later.